Let me be clear. I am not the villain in this story. I am the woman who was there. Andrew came to the church already broken. His brother had died of an illness that medicine could not stop. He was searching for something. His family had nothing left to offer him. He found what he needed. And yes, it looked different from what they were used to. But it was his life. He was an adult. That should have been enough. The intervention, they will tell you it came from love. What I saw was a family that could not accept that Andrew had chosen something they did not understand. He felt cornered. He asked for space. That is not a man being manipulated. That is a man setting a boundary. At the birthday party, she called 911 without asking him, without warning him, without once considering that his body, his faith, his choices were his own. And when the paramedics left, she stood in front of her brother and told him he would be dead before the year was out. That is not a truth spoken in love. That is control and a lack of bodily autonomy disguised as love. When he collapsed at work, she produced a document that predated our marriage, predated our son, predated the man Andrew had become. She used it to remove me, his wife, and our son, from his care, from his room, from his life, for 6 months. When he came home, we needed some quiet. They overwhelmed us with calls, the kind that you barely rest from. When he became critically ill, I honored what he had asked of me. A DNR, no transfusions, no medical interventions. These were not my wishes imposed on him. These were his wishes, spoken clearly, repeatedly to everyone who would listen. I was not withholding care. Andrew was a man of faith. I was the only person in that hospital who was honoring it. And then, his sister, in the middle of the night, past visiting hours, alone with a dying man. He was frightened. He was in pain. He was not in a position to carry what she chose to put on him. Whatever peace she says he found. I was not there. I was kept out, as I had been kept out of so much. What I know is this. In his final hours, my husband was told by the person who claims to have loved him most that everything that had happened to him was his own fault. Call that honesty if you like. I call it the last thing he ever had to hear.